Like I clicked on it.
It's being twitchy.
Hello, and
Hi.
welcome to Dungeon Mechanics. We are here with another exciting episode of Dusk of Achordia.
We're all alcoholics.
Dusk. I thought this was Twilight.
Oh my gosh.
I
It's
was
already
prepared to
starting.
sparkle.
I didn't realize Stax was also drinking. I thought it was just you and me, John.
Nope, I got a drink in order to stay level, keep the playing going. Does anybody remember what happened in the last episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Hellscape.
No, you go ahead, Stax. Tell me from your
No,
perspective.
no, no! Y'all let me know!
We've got some cursed objects.
Okay.
Curse objects, trauma between.
Oh, thanks for
Shooter
reminding me
and
about those. I completely forgot. Like low-key, high-key forgot.
PTSD, almost died. We got saved. We're on the moon now. All in all, that's what happened. We also found out that the gods have lost their powers, or later the divinity, which is like, oh boy, that sucks. Gonna find out a little bit more about that. Eilor is
And
dead. Maybe coming back.
Dashkin is kicking ass in some other dimension
Yes, he is.
that we don't know
Yes,
how
he
to get
is.
to.
And we have Eilor's body.
That they might be bringing back.
Yeah.
Well, Aaron Rail and Rome has Eilor's body.
Yeah.
And Davrin, right?
Bad times.
Well, so Aaron Rail arrived with the other gods, the broken body of Eilor, and then left with Rome because she's a healer. So it's like the gods that don't have god powers and Dalvrin, and then y'all at Odinia currently.
I don't remember that part.
Yeah.
It was
That
like
happened
at
all
the end, yeah.
I also woke up first.
To be fair, you don't know it's happened yet, Gage.
Great. Maybe that's why. Maybe I stopped paying attention. I don't know this.
You're like-
You
Why would he
disassociated
know?
at the
Why
end.
would he not know?
Yeah.
Because I had y'all roll to see who woke up first, and Shade was the only one that like saw it, essentially.
Mhm.
So when y'all wake up, Rome's going to be gone.
gonna be there.
There's going to be two gods that aren't gods, and that'll be all you'll know.
Oh, so we don't know yet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, let me just write down. I don't know what I wrote down.
We are
I
Jon Snow
don't
right now. We know
know.
nothing.
Shit.
Jon Snow.
Okay.
Yeah, what's up?
So
December the 13th
Uh-huh.
of 2024. Friday.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
December 13th. Today's Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
y'all.
it is. It's gonna be cursed.
Oh
This
my
is the most
God.
wholesome
Usually,
episode.
the Friday the
We-
13th is lucky.
We
for
have
me.
put our well-being in the hands of Evil Stacks DM.
A one each judgy DM. when
I like
he is
that
at
it
his.
works both ways. It can be Evil Stacks DM or Evil Stacks TM. Like that would be a great trademark for him.
Yeah, yeah. I'm that.
Chat, I am hurt. They talk so terribly about me. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm out here. I'm out here giving y'all the best story beats since sliced bread, and they're like, we don't
was a
want any
great
more
story.
trauma. We're good on the trauma. Can you
Can you ease off? That's enough slices.
Like-
That's enough fucking slices.
It's like Brent says, I'm really tired of crying every single session.
You ever watch the old I Love Lucy episode with the chocolate? And then it just there's too much chocolate. Y'all can't get rid of all the chocolate.
Man, what the fuck?
Sweet. So I will change the music here and we'll get started.
Oh, music. I forgot.
I think this won't be safe. So Shade, you wake up and you see that. The rest of you wake up not too long after, within the next hour or so. Y'all are up and getting ready, getting dressed. Feels weird because this is probably the first long rest that y'all have had
In a bed.
in a bed for a
And not
hot
waking
minute.
up to immediate like danger.
Hmm.
That's why we all sleep in armor all the time.
Wow, trauma armor sleeping. There's like doffing on and doffing off mechanics, but there's also if you sleep in your armor exhaustion mechanics. But we're not looking at that right now, chat.
Is there
We're
sleep in your armor exhaustion
that's
I think Gage
That's
learned
why-
that lesson pretty fast.
That's why.
Started
that's
trying
why
to
I'm
sleep in
always.
armor.
That's why I'm always a barbarian or a monk.
Who needs a dawn? Just a cord.
So, with this new day, is there anything that you all would like to do to start your day
Are we
off?
awake now? Are
Yeah.
we awake now?
Yeah.
So I was gonna say, for me, seeing the gods be taken somewhere, or the former gods, I wanted to go talk to them because I want some information about what they were talking about with Mother Dearest. Now, if they come with me,
She
if you guys
prefers
wake
mommy.
up, like, what's going on? What happened? What happened with the conversation?
Mommy.
Why aren't you gods anymore?
Mommy.
So,
Oh, I'm definitely coming over and listening to this.
Just being mean? Are you rubbing it in their face?
These
Is
are
there like
gods that have woken up in aerial status. They don't know how to walk, okay? Let's talk. You got them out here learning how to make tea the old-fashioned way? What? This is crazy.
okay, then I'll just go into their minds.
He went straight into
What
his Orton
room are
voice.
they?
It was
Like,
crazy.
where are they
You
right
realize
now?
that at some point they're gonna get their god powers back, and we don't want them annoyed.
Are they?
So who's doing what?
Where are the gods congregated currently?
So Odinia has different places, but this would be just like as close to a lounge area as possible. But there's
Maybe
still like
a little place over to the side that I can casually make a cup of tea while he's interrogating them, just to sip on.
sure,
I get it. Yeah.
sure.
I'm
So,
like, I don't want to cause trouble, but I want to hear it.
oh my god.
Oh my.
So Shade, Gil, y'all do that. What's Gage and Maul doing?
Do I know about this?
I'm gonna go. I want to go talk to Orden.
Okay. I mean, you would
If
wake
I know
up
about this, I'll go with him.
and you can like see that there are people that look like gods within this space because most of the buildings have holes in them or are still being constructed. So
I'm
I'm
gonna
very
make like a
perceptive.
whole pot of tea or something, and like, yeah, like pass it out to the traumatized gods.
okay. The traumatized gods. All right.
Am I wrong? Am I?
The gods of trauma.
The gods of trauma.
So you all get dressed. You all head over in that general vicinity. The floor is yours.
Okay, so I'm gonna be asking questions real quick. So walking into the space that they're in, how do they look? What does the area look like?
We'll describe the area first because that's low key easy. There's bits and pieces of furniture. Some of it looks like it's not from this time or like a older set time period. There's still like the pillars and other areas of the buildings that need to be repaired, but by this point you're kind of used to that just overall background demeanor. But within this room there's like a few different couches, a few different chairs, some tables. And Orden is sat at one of the couches and Lirov is sitting in one of the chairs. But they look... roll me a perception check.
I'm just sitting there.
Character sheet.
18.
17. Math.
They look terrible. Like, I'm not going to try and sugarcoat it. They look like they've been in some kind of, like, knockout, drag-out fight. Most of their clothes are, like, tattered and destroyed. Their physical presence also looks, like, waning. Almost sallow in certain areas, as if, like, the life essence has been drawn out of them. But something else that you can note from those perception rolls is that they also look like weak, like physically borderline old folks home weak.
Okay.
He makes everyone feel better.
What happened to y'all?
Wait.
What?
Yeah. Never mind. You came with us.
You're just directing at either one of them.
I'm looking at Gordon.
So the frog. He looks at you. Mother was not pleased with what we had to say. Ultimately, she removed our godhood.
Divinity.
Will you be able to recover?
Potentially, with rest, but there's no certainties. We're not quite sure if that was the only thing she took, or just the most notable at the present moment.
Where's Ivy?
Ivy?
Your champion.
He kind of, like, looks around. She's not here.
Was she there when Mother took you?
I'm not certain, to be completely honest. And from the 1,000-yard stare, he is giving off the impression of either like a memory lapse or like just trying to search his thoughts for something that makes sense in that moment.
So, while he's talking to Orden, I'm going to talk to Lirov. I'm going to go ahead and pull up a chair, sit next to him, right in front of him. So, from what he just said, you lost your divinity. You look way worse for wear.
Thank you.
Usually I'm typically very empathetic, but in this situation, I don't entirely feel that way, especially since we did everything that we could and everything was set in motion to capitalize on our objective. Now we're here. A metaphorical wrench was thrown into our plans. And did your mother dearest, mother of all gods, the nameless one, just happen to appear out of nowhere? Did you know that she was out there somewhere?
For the longest, Mother has been absent. None of us really knew what she had been up to, simply because she chose not to make that present to us. And unlike the other gods that I have created that I can generally sense, and other gods such as Sin or Isilde, and even the Truvant, for that matter, that have a magnified presence, her divinity has always escaped not only me, but everyone.
Question. This for Stacks. Do we know about Ao or no? Lord Ao? In this world or no?
Probably not.
Okay. Just making sure. So no one can sense her. And now that your divinity is gone. By the way, were you mortals before all this happened, or were you just created as a god? Because you were stripped of it, and now, like Orden said, there's a possibility that you may be able to get your divinity back with rest. Or is that just...
Oh, no. We won't get our divinity back with rest.
That's what I figured.
It was...
Rest, but there's other ways, right?
She absorbed it, correct?
Did she block it?
She
Like, it's
just...
still there. She just severed kind of a connection.
No, she took it.
She took your power.
Is she the only one that could grant it back?
Not necessarily. There's ways to obtain godhood, but similar to how I created Orden and the rest, you generally have to imbue a portion of yourself into them.
Okay. So you had to put a piece of yourself into somebody, and that's what she did with you. Did she create you?
Oh, no. I was birthed by Sin and Isilde.
Okay. She didn't... So the two original goddesses, were Sin and Isilde here. Okay. So,
Also not quite true.
really?
Mother created Truvant. From the Truvant, Isilde and Sin were born.
Okay.
Why would the Truvant create Sin and Isilde? Or how did they break
Yeah.
out of her?
The Truvant is not exactly a sentient god. It creates and destroys by
Everything.
whim, not by purpose.
So how many gods are in here right now?
3.
Two.
One's dead.
Well, there's two.
Okay. So did all the gods lose their stuff, or just the ones here that we know of?
From what we could tell, Mother took ours presently, because we were present, but she is probably looking for the others.
Okay. Okay.
How might we track her, or
That.
how might we distract her so that we can? I don't know if that's the right way of doing things. How do we make sure she doesn't find Sin and Isilde?
Well, Isilde is brokering a deal with... Do I know that, actually? Hold on. No, I don't. Never mind. Okay. So,
Well, there's really no stopping her.
Can someone ascend to godhood without having divinity imparted upon them?
I don't want to say the likelihood is impossible, but There hasn't been any gods that I've encountered that have obtained their power that way.
Here's another question for you. Is there anything that we can do to combat this looming threat that is your mother, your grandmother, whatever?
As mortals, I would say no.
Is
Does
there some way we can turn the Truvant against her?
The Truvant is a creation that she made in a fit of anger and despair,
So she could just snap it out of existence.
essentially.
so all gods, goddesses, in this realm are created from her or her offspring?
Yes, here.
Okay.
So
Just curious. If the sum total power of all the gods that aren't her in this realm, how does that rate relative to her power?
Essentially, you would have to find a god that is on her level
Okay.
for them to be
So
a
even all the minor
threat.
gods combined would not. Okay. Which would involve us going to not here.
not this realm. Okay.
Well,
Doesn't she have a ex-husband who is not a fan of hers? Can we find him?
You mean Lord Ao?
Yeah.
I believe he stricken her name from existence and exiled her from his dominion.
when he
Okay.
did that,
Does he want to do that again from
is
another
that where
dominion?
she's been? So is that where she's been?
Here's where she's been.
She got exiled to here.
and this is her realm. All of it. Achordia.
But do not be mistaken. Her exile is more of a front.
So he can't control her.
What you're saying is
At
she
all.
allowed herself to be exiled.
Yes.
What kept her quiet all these millennia?
I mean, why else would you be quiet if you're not planning?
You said,
Why has she emerged now?
right? Was she being held by something, and then something set her free? Maybe.
No, from what I can tell, she's just been biding time.
Okay. In a case of God versus whatever the world-eating things we were afraid of, who wins?
Definitely the gods. The World Eaters are manifestations from the Truvant.
Ah, okay.
I don't like to bring this up, but with the actually no, I think she would just trump them as well. The Empire,
Primordials? Oh.
the Empire, just taking everything from the planet. Would they be able to do anything against her?
No, essentially the Eden were made by Sin and Isilde.
Okay. Eden.
What if we could find a primordial? Isn't that what Felcrest's on the back of? Like a carcass of a primordial? Floating in the sky?
Which part?
What?
What did you say?
Isn't Felcrest like floating in the carcass of a primordial or something like that?
Oh, no. It's just like it was magically lifted city.
Oh, okay.
You're thinking of nowhere.
I remember something in lore somewhere there are dead primordial.
Yes. Meta above table. During the Great War, the primordials, the world creatures of Achordia, from the discord between the people of Achordia versus the Empire, came to awaken themselves because, destruction on a mass level makes it hard to sleep. And essentially they were like killed. But primordials in this essence are like world protectors. So if you did have the world devourers come, then a primordial would essentially be able to void it off from essentially doing damage to the planet. But since they're all dead,
that we know of.
that we know
Just
of, yeah.
saying. I was just asking, like, primordial v God, what happens?
God.
Figured, but I'm trying to find something that is not hopeless.
Yeah, it's really hard to be optimistic in these situations. So,
Not optimistic, just trying for some avenue that has like a 1% chance of success.
Well, is Aaronrel here in this like space we're sitting in right now? Aaronrel and Rome?
No, they're gone. They like left out of Odinia.
Okay. So, are there other big power gods in Ioville? Not Io. Aoville?
Diademia?
Yeah.
Aoville? You mean the planet?
The realm that he's in?
Oh, Oh, Lord Ao. I've never
Yeah.
heard him called by like just his first name. Like, who's Ao?
Jin.
There are
Sorry,
other.
he's a god. Why does he need a title Lord? That feels beneath him, but okay.
because maybe he's not the end all be all.
There are other gods. There's many other gods actually.
But I mean, are there like that level of god? More of that level god? Or is Lord Ao basically like she who cannot be named here? Whereas like he begat all the gods in his realm.
I imagine Lord Ao and Mother are equivalent in power. And any other gods within his dominion fall in a similar space to us.
Okay. Are there... Oh, sorry.
I just want to say something. We have to come up with a better name for her because, I mean, y'all call her Mother because she is somehow, like, in the line of creation for you.
Mama.
But, like, we have to have a name for her. And right now all I'm coming up with is maybe Queen Bitch. So I don't really know if there's something better because she's definitely... I'm not going to call her Mother.
Just call her Queenie?
She's only called Mother because of her title over Mother of all gods.
Right.
Just call it
I feel
the MOG?
I feel like that's an honorific, and I don't want to use it.
I mean, you can call her whatever you want, but...
I just want us to all agree on something.
Bitch.
I'm also good with just like OG, original god.
No, that still feels honorary.
I mean, that one feels accurate though.
Yeah. She's nameless.
QB?
Evil bitch. Evil
Queen
bitch.
bitch?
QB. Yeah, that works. QB works for me. I was actually thinking that. I didn't want to suggest it because it felt like it's better if it comes from someone else, and you hooked me up with that. So let's go with QB.
Okay. QB it is.
Oh, it's been a rough morning.
Oh.
Just tea, I swear.
So we have to come up with a plan. Like, what do we need to do? What?
That
I
is the
think
question.
that's what
Noel.
we are
That
trying
is
to
the
figure out.
question. What is the plan? What can you help? Oh,
So our diadem
omnipotent
and,
one.
and Achordia
X. Omnipotent.
The only realms?
Well, no, there's many realms.
Do they all have their own gods? And like big honkin' QB level gods?
I honestly think there's a mistake being presented here.
Okay.
Gods within a realm factor over their own realm. There's no telling what rules they apply within their own
And
realms.
others- Yeah. That's right. The evil one, Asmodeus, came over here and was
Yeah.
like not so strong when he was over here.
Mhm.
But she's from there originally. So she probably wields power over there as well as here.
But she kind of created this realm, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm saying she's powerful here, but she's probably also powerful in Diademia because she hails from Diademia.
Can we wrest control from her without confronting her?
We trick a god.
Is there some source of power within the realm that can be suborned?
What about how did the family get their power?
A family is also a creation of Sin and Isilde, except they are aetherborn, having access to magic.
If the realm were not wholly owned by her, perhaps we would have a chance.
So gathering allies is pointless.
If this discussion was supposed to help us feel better, I don't think it's doing the trick.
No.
No.
It
I
wasn't
only-
supposed to.
I'm only feeling more and more despair the longer this
Yeah.
conversation goes on.
I also do have an unrelated question specifically for Lirov. So, how's our little buddy?
Dashkin. Safe, probably safer where he is currently.
Okay.
Okay.
Can we get to him if we need to?
No.
Okay.
We would have to have some sort of anchor to plane shift to where he's at, and we don't have an anchor.
Why didn't I take Horizon Walker?
Well, I mean, I'm sure Aaron Rel or Rome could get us there, but we don't have an anchor.
Yeah.
What do you mean an anchor?
I mean,
When you plane shift, you have to have an anchor to another plane to get to it, generally, right?
What does that anchor entail?
Something from that realm, or some.
Lirov?
In order to get Dash from where I placed him, we would have to open the pocket dimension that I created for him.
Right. So you're the only one who can actually reach it because.
Well, not me currently. I mean, Mother
Yeah.
can technically get him, but she
She
also
knows.
doesn't know he exists there.
Unless she's
let's
listening
not-
right
let's,
now.
Let's just like,
Hmm.
you know what? Let's just like,
I'm sorry, this
not-
is what I'm legit thinking.
let's not even bring it
She
up.
doesn't seem that subtle.
She's not as...
omnipotent.
No.
Omniscient?
She's not
Oh,
as
yeah, sorry.
concerned about mortal,
Affairs.
essentially.
Beings.
Okay. Yeah. She seems the type.
But she took.
She took Narissa because Narissa reached out to her.
And Nerissa's, a little bit god.
And the reason why Narissa reached out to her is because she was afraid of what was happening. She felt cornered. That's the only reason why.
I think she was being a little cocky. I'm not trying to. maybe this is a conversation for another time, but I'm not trying to criticize her. I think she didn't take the situation seriously enough, or the danger. She didn't recognize the actual danger enough of antagonizing QB. I'm not gay.
Narissa was offered to be a goddess, and I was going to impart that to her. However, there is a hierarchy. Even if she would have become a goddess, she would have still been weaker than I, and weaker than Ysilde and Sin, and much weaker than, of course, Mother herself. But understanding the protocols within godhood, it's more of like a weight, a bearing. You know instantly when a god is stronger than you, even if you are a god yourself.
Is there? If we can't do anything immediately, is there some way we could? No, there's no way we can get her back.
We were offered the chance to go to her, but we would not be able to get out easily.
Right, I remember that.
So it would be a one-way trip, and who knows what's happening over there. I sent her a message. She has not replied.
Okay.
Or sending.
Is there something we can do? You know what? One step at a time. Is there something we can do to help the situation with Ilor?
Ilor was taken by Aaronrail in Rome, I believe.
Okay.
They are working to restore her to some form of...
So there's no one here that we can talk to.
Davrin, he is at the waiting pool, I believe.
So far we haven't. We could go talk to him, but the reality of the situation, the cold hard truth, is that we have nothing. Okay.
Well, we tried.
It seems that that's all we could ever do.
You guys have any ideas?
I believe there has been much attachment to the gods. Many gods have abandoned, as you all know.
Mm-hmm.
But we do not necessarily create the answers that you all are seeking in this moment. Some things you have to find out on your own.
That makes sense. I have one more question before I leave you be, so you could rest and drink your tea that Gil provided.
Orden's like shaking his small teacup.
Ribbit.
But you need some more.
In the other timeline that we came across, the gods were very much a part of that world. There was magic abundantly. Was that a previous iteration of Achordia?
No, that was right after the severance, Mother and Lord Ao created Diadem together. However, through various means of confrontation, they had a disagreement of sorts. And when she was exiled and her name stricken, she created Achordia, as well as the Truvant, which in turn started the main war that Diadem faced. A land that once had peace and tranquility was thrown into chaos.
So she just created the Truvant just
out of spite.
to wreak havoc on the land.
Okay.
Yeah, she gives 0 fucks.
Yes, where Lord Ao may be benevolent and endearing, I imagine. Haven't met him myself. The best way to describe Mother is someone who truly has no attachments to anything.
It sounds like at one point she was attached to Ao.
What happened?
Why did he?
What
Why
did
did he
he
scorn her?
sever?
And could we attach her to something? Would that weaken her?
Potentially, but if that's something out there, she probably wouldn't make it apparent.
Why do I feel like I just want to go back to bed and start over again?
Wake up,
Can we
level
Groundhog
1.
Day this until we get it right.
Because it's just the truth, unfortunately, that everything just kind of seems to keep going wrong as much as we try.
It's time to restart the time loop.
Isn't that what she wants?
What does she want to do, actually?
She wants
We
to
don't know.
destroy. She wants to destroy this and start over, right?
Does she care that much?
You're off. What did she tell you? That's something you haven't told us yet.
I think that was an accidental Brent knowing something from another session.
Gotcha. Well, I was gonna ask anyways. It's like, what conversation did you have besides her taking your divinity? What conversation did you have prior to that?
What did she want to know?
That, I don't think either of us are certain. And she made sure to remove whatever blanket conversation we had with her. And while I know she did not ultimately agree with whatever it was that we spoke to her about, she is planning something.
I wonder, is there a way for us to get that conversation back for you?
I could try, if you'll allow me.
I don't know if you understand what stricken means. It's not that the memory is suppressed. It's gone.
Hard to go somewhere.
Mother destroys much more often than she creates.
Giving us much of an option. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, Stax is like, no, you're gonna get no actual.
Yeah, that's just the DM being
No,
like,
no.
information
No.
from
Don't
this
waste your
conversation.
spell slots. You.
Don't even waste your breath. This is not actionable information. Just keep on moving.
Beesh. Okay.
Perhaps we could convince her to destroy herself if she's so fond of it.
I'm gonna use my healer's kit. I'm gonna like whip up a little, like, not a potion, but a little vial of liquid, and I'm gonna go pour it into a fresh cup of tea for Orden, and like mix it up, and just to help him get like more energy and more strength to be able to hold the teacup without shaking.
This poor man. He's had floating tea his whole life.
I would like to ask him.
He has no hand strength.
Oh, buddy.
I would like to ask you one more time, Orden. Is there any way you can remember or recall the last time you saw Ivy?
Roll a survival check for the concoction. That's way too aggressive. The music that was playing, sorry.
Oh. I was like, huh?
That's pretty good. I rolled a 15, so plus 6 is 21.
Go.
He drinks the tea.
Spills it.
I remember
And then he spills the tea.
telling her to run, to escape, but I can't remember if she actually got out or not.
That was stricken as well.
I had a thought and I lost it, but I really wanted to ask a question. I don't know if this is above table or not.
Yeah.
How did we, when we saw those how did Asmodeus become a god? Because he was immortal. Or, I don't know, he was whatever the hell they were at Diadem before they were mortal. I guess they were all immortal. But, like...
Wait.
She said that anger consumed him. And it
Anger
built
did
up
consume.
enough. And it built up enough, and he became. He gained god powers.
Okay. Is he like AO level powerful? Lord AO level powerful? I'm sorry, I'm being far too casual with god names apparently.
Don't.
Hey, it's you get used to it. Once you talk to gods multiple times, you get used to it. It's just like
Hi.
anyone else. Yeah.
Did you talk to gods before you joined us?
No, that's the thing. The first thing that I did when I joined this party
Yeah.
was talk to a god. And it's just
Yes.
been nonstop afterwards.
Yeah. But yeah. Is Asmodeus, I forget where the stress is.
Sorry.
I do.
Amadeus. Like AO level god?
I wouldn't
Or
think so.
below AO level god?
I think he would be like on the lowest rung of gods because.
He's a level under AO.
Okay. But he's not
IO?
made of AO.
IO.
I think it's IO because it's not the A. It's not what your brain wants to go with.
Okay. Because Io is like one of the moons of Jupiter or something.
Jupiter, the moon.
And I think
Spelled
it is
different.
like a Greek god. Yeah, I know. It's spelled Io.
Okay.
Because he's not like made of Io. It was like someone Zeus banged.
The Miranda free. Okay, never mind.
That narrows it down.
Hera, I guess sometimes. I can't remember.
Oh, she's freezing.
Is I should say since. Ow.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Miranda!
Now I'm back.
Oh.
Well,
My internet connection is unstable.
we could
We
tell. Okay, yeah.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
Seems like
I
it's
switched,
cleaned up.
I switched from the 5 gigahertz to the 2 point whatever.
okay.
It's okay. I was going off on a Greek mythology tangent anyway, so it needed to stop.
I'm sorry, was that a Miranda question or a Gil question?
Which question?
The level of Asmodeus.
That was a Gil question for
Okay.
sure. Because trying to figure something out here. And if God,
So Asmodeus manifested his own ascendancy through pure anger and desire for revenge. And he did so in such a way that was so extreme that he became almost as powerful as Io.
I can't say.
I thought stuff froze again because Stax was so still, and then I looked at the rest of you and went, nope.
What?
Yeah, no. I can't say anything to that. I'm sorry.
I mean,
Well, his mother did say that it's when he went off to the war. That's when he changed. That's what changed him. The war. Not when.
So when the war, when he was in the Truvant,
Yes.
so the Truvant created him.
Maybe in a way. Because he looked different, right, Stacks, from everybody else?
Well, he
Like,
looked
from
different
his-
before. That's why he
Yeah.
left.
Yeah. So
He looked
he looked different. They killed
like
his sister.
like a little devil
Yeah. And they killed his sister.
who wasn't like a little devil.
Hmm. And that's what started all of this for him. And then the war happened. He gained godhood. But again, still not the level of Io. AO.
Yeah, he sounds
AEIO,
pretty weak to me. Like,
the Vowel Man.
Yeah.
And we know that his anger was key, but we don't know that that was all it took.
Do we need to get angry?
Well, I was just going to say, if really intense feelings
think-
are involved, Shade,
I think for anger to
You
work,
wanna be a
there
god?
needs to be some sort of gamma radiation.
The god of simping.
That's fucking hilarious. Actually, it'd be the god of like despair, but like, hey, you know.
that's what I.
Isn't
Yeah,
that
you'd be the
That's
new
Ilor.
Ilor. Yeah.
There's an opening.
There's a little note there that no, don't. This is above the game. That's
Can't-
Okay.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
Sax is shaking his head.
God
Alright.
of stubbornness.
okay. So
Okay, well, I don't think we're not getting anywhere. We're, just
we're not getting anywhere. Okay, so I'm sorry to. I know you lost your divinity. This conversation
Yes.
didn't really help much, but we got some information, so thank you. I will leave you to enjoy your tea. I'm sorry about your loss.
Just
What can?
avoid sharp things. Avoid really hot things. Be careful of your mortal bodies.
Yeah.
Because
Beware your toes.
you may need food and
Huh?
beverage and toilets now.
Oh, stub toe.
I'm gonna
right?
leave them with some bandages from my healer's kit.
Here's a Hello Kitty one.
No, seriously, is there? What can I do to help you? If you think of anything that we could do or I could do to help you on your road to recovering your divinity, let me know.
Or making peace with it.
Well, Davern said that we would be safe here as best as possible, all things considered. Within Odinia, him, his sister, and the other Odinians will do their best to protect us.
Okay. I was just saying if there's things we could go get or do for you, not just talking about keeping you safe. I would like to help you recover your divinity if that is at all possible. If y'all come up with a way, let me know.
All right.
Yeah.
I want to go down to the waiting pool. Find Davrin.
Okay. What are the rest of y'all doing? We'll just say that Vestar is in her room doing Vestara things.
Classic.
She's playing with her little dagger.
She's talking to her new friend.
Or forgot about it.
Malik?
Malik.
Malik. I cannot get the stress right on names today.
It's okay. Shit.
I think I go with the Davrin conversation because I need information. I got nothing going on.
Is there a library in the house? Anywhere to like research?
Not library in your normal sense. There's probably scrolls archive.
I'm gonna just see if I can find anything in an archive, even though I'm not that big of a nerd. But I gotta try something.
Come back to me. I'll tell you right now.
I mean,
Are you
IRL
staying in
thing,
the
right?
room with Lee Roth?
I'm
Okay.
I'm just gonna like ponder.
Get him a shawl.
Hear about Bushka.
So Gage
Gently
and
stroke his
Maul,
back.
you head towards the waiting pools, and then Gil, you're heading towards the scroll archives. Maul, Gage, when you arrive, you see Davrin kind of like knelt down in front of this like vast pool that like cuts off at the edge, but the water doesn't seem to like run off the side of it. And he's like looking intently at it as you all approach.
You're muted.
Excuse me, sir. I hope I'm not interrupting.
No, actually, I'm just finishing up a ritual of sorts. And he kind of stands and like looks at you and Gage. May I help you with something?
Well, I guess how's that water not running over first? I'm just curious. I mean,
this is Odinia's resurrection pool. I've been using it to bring back members of the dynasty that have fallen.
okay. Well,
The Odinian
Okay.
dynasty.
so
Dynasty of Odinia, yes.
what do we do? What can we do? What are we supposed to be doing? What can you tell us about how to save Achordia? That's a big ask, and I'm sure there's many layers to that. Maybe let's just start small.
There's many things in work. People still putting up the fight. If there's anything in particular, I have a few Odinians that have been helping me kind of bring the place back together, but they also do a lot of off-station missions.
Are you able to locate someone and see if they're okay if I describe them to you or give you information about them?
I can try.
Well, her name, I don't even know why I'm so concerned, but I feel like I need to find out where she's at for some reason. Her name is Ivy. She goes by Madam Ivy, but for some reason I've just taken to calling her Ivy. She is the champion of Orden, the frog gentleman. And that sounded bad, the frog gentleman. That, you know, what, him. Anyway. And she is similar. She is the same thing that I am, a Malmera. There's only a few of us left. Well, there was only ever a few of us, but there's even fewer of us now. And I'd like to locate her, find out if she's okay. She was with him whenever the mother goddess attacked and grabbed them, and he told her to escape, and I'm just trying to find out if she made it.
Do you have anything of hers?
There a piece of hair of hers stuck on your clothes or something?
Creepy!
No, like just like a stray piece of hair that like look for it. She's a ginger, right? Look for a ginger hair.
He gives
I
her
drew some
gills.
blood while
He
she
gives
wasn't
her
looking.
gills hair.
I don't think I do. But is it possible if I gave you a drop of my blood, if you were able to locate others like me? And if my description of her could narrow that down? Because there's, like I said, there's probably less than 5 of us left.
Sure. I don't see an issue with either.
And I'll do a quick slice across the palm of my hand and squeeze it out onto like a little vial and then give it to her. Or give it to him.
Okay, he takes it and
I'll describe her as, I'll give him a very detailed description of Madam Ivy and what she looks like and her red hair and all that.
let's see what he has. So he takes the vial and he kind of like gauges the viscosity of the liquid in it. And you watch as like arcane runes start to outline the vial, and his eyes give off this like purplish glow. Before the blood contents within it kind of like disperses, but like more or less because it's being like burned away within the vial. And as the etching of it's disappearing in this like purplish arcane hue, I don't know if the description is the same, but there is another like you not far from here. On Avior, the moon.
On Avior? Where?
I would say much northwest from here.
Can you tell a general distance? Like 5 kilometers?
Oh,
100 kilometers?
maybe a few weeks travel.
Oh, so a little ways more than. Okay. Okay. And just northwest?
Yes.
What's the. And that's just travel by foot. Is that.
Not foot. Horseback or carriage.
Is it safe to travel on?
Avior? Yes. It is now, at least.
Okay. All right. Well, whether it's her or not, it's good to know that there is someone here. And maybe I can track them down. Is there something that you need us to be doing to help out with whatever you're...
Well, normally, I'm sure Rome would contend with this, but I would tell you all to rest from the sound of what you all have been through these past few days, weeks, have not been generous.
Yeah, that's kind of putting it mildly. Yeah. I just don't feel like I can just sit around, though, I mean, resting for a day to recover is one thing, but resting for weeks, I don't know if I can do that.
Well, I can't speak for everyone, but I can speak for myself. Sometimes being alone with yourself, with your own thoughts, can really lay a path for your purpose going forward. Especially when you feel lost, confused, not certain of what your next step will be.
Is this pool, it offer some sort of rejuvenative benefit? Like, if I were to go, or is that like a resource that if I used it, it would be depleting it?
There's no depletion, no effects of those of the living. This is merely to bring back those that we've lost.
Okay.
And Maul and Gage, you would
we
see.
need? Go ahead,
What
I'm
would
sorry.
you see, or what you need?
No, go ahead. Finish what you were going to say.
You see the pool starting to ripple, like from the center of it outward.
Okay. And I'm going to watch that. But while that's happening, I'm going to ask him.
Gage puts a little bit of space between him and Mal, just in case it goes bad for some reason.
What would we need
Like 10 feet
of
apart.
someone to bring them back?
Well, these are individuals long since passed. We're true resurrecting them.
Right. But if I had maybe an item with the soul of someone in it.
I mean, there's a potential.
I'll pull my sword, and I'll hand it to him hilt first, or I'll extend it to him hilt first. And I'm going to say, my brother's soul is attached to this rapier. When he was killed recently. And we don't have to do anything now. I'm just curious.
He'll like carefully weigh the rapier in his hand. Your brother seems quite strong-willed at least. The being
Definitely strong-willed.
who is possessed in this weapon is not for the faint of heart.
Maybe it's something we can look at in the future. I was just curious if that might be something possible.
Potentially, yes. And he'll kind of hand you back the rapier. And you watch as a figure starts to come out of the pool. Male, red hair, kind of roughly. A set of almost ram-like horns. Pale skin, but relatively hardy stature. And he stands up and you see him like devoid of clothes, but he has like a tail similar to what you would think Narissa has as well, like a tiefling tail.
And I'll look at Davra and it's like, and who's this?
This is one of ours, apparently. Another Odinian.
Why are you bringing them back now? You said they've been gone a long time.
Yes. They were killed when the doom settled here. Quite a long time ago.
Is that what happened to this place? Is that why it is in ruins?
Yes.
Did you just return to here? where did you come from?
I've been here for quite some time. More the maker of the destruction and recreation of Odinia. But that is my own penance I must pay.
Are all the people that are here people that you have brought back?
The Odinians, yes. My sister, she lived in Avior for some time after. Much after I had changed.
Did these people come from Achordia? Or is this place its own world?
I'd like to believe that this place is its own, separate from that of the planet.
Was this place also created by the Mother of all gods?
I believe before, when there was merely the Truvant, either through the goddess's creation or I imagine it must have been the goddesses. Achordia was made, and then in turn the two moons. Dominus, and he points at the moon kind of like opposite in orbit right now, and then Avior, to which we stand.
Dominus.
Is the other moon Dominus inhabited?
Yes, potentially. I don't much go there.
Is that where the gate is located? Is that where we came from? Most recently? Gage in particular? Okay. Is this world of Ysilde, Sin, both?
Potentially both.
Does the world yet live?
Achordia has not perished, no. But it is on the brink.
Avior?
Avior's not quite at its prime, but it is doing a lot better than it was when the doom had settled here.
Is the doom cleansed?
Yes.
If my companions don't need my aid, is there anything I can do here to help?
You are a paladin.
Yes.
Ah, you're like my father, Aaronrel. I'm sure if you meet him, he might have something for you to do that is much better than any busy work that I could give you.
You know when he and Rome will return?
He told me, depending on the state of Ilor, it may be some time, but that is where his focus was. Do
you know where they went? Is it off world, like it's off of Avior?
No, it should still be here on Nevio.
All right.
Is there some means to travel back to Achordia if we need to?
I believe that can be arranged, if that is where you wish to head next.
I need to find information. Perhaps a source of divine power. Perhaps some other means to accomplish our aims. I'm a little at a loss. Normally, I kind of know where I'm going. This is different.
I am feeling the same lack of direction, Gage. And it's difficult to deal with.
We must find a purpose. That is our purpose.
Yeah. I wonder if maybe we go seek out this other Almera.
I will aid you in that. Perhaps they have some knowledge. We might find a direction.
That is at least something. That is a direction to go. I hope it's Ivy, but or it could be another that I don't know about, or it could be it was in my head a minute ago. Theo. I met Theo back on the surface of Achordia one time. I didn't know what he was at the time, but I've since found out. But there could be another that I don't know about. But at least if they live, they know more than I do about the history and ways of working with the gods and goddesses.
Perhaps that history will tie into the history that we need.
Yeah. We should go back up and find out if Gil and Shade found out anything from the scrolls.
I would go outside. I'm curious to see Achordia
Okay.
in the sky.
Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. I'll do that with you. Unless you want some alone time.
You can come with me.
All right.
As you two walk off and head towards kind of like a scenic position within Odinia, you can see Achordia off in the distance, a planet very dark in indigos and lavender and other purple-hued tones. And around it is this single metallic like armillary that gravitates around the planet and it's still there.
Ring.
Yeah, it's still there. Planet's not completely lost.
Was the purple coming from this thing? Or is that a feature of the planet itself?
Seems to be like the skyscape of the planet.
And it's morning here, right? And is this the first time we've seen a normally brightened sky?
Is it blue?
On Avior, yes.
So Earth-like in appearance.
Sky's beautiful.
It is a different color.
Gil, roll me an investigation check.
Roll high.
Biff it.
Wasn't awful. Let me see what I'm adding to it. But wasn't great, and I don't know. My investigation is adequate. 18.
Okay.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Are you looking for any topics in general?
Like gods that got killed, how things have ascended to godhood, the history of Diadem and Accord. I don't know, just Hail Mary research.
Okay. With the 18, I would say you would find a decent amount of scrolls in Primordial that relay information about the god and god structure within Achordia.
That's cool, because I speak Primordial. Okay. Or read it, because probably no one speaks it anymore. But we're elves.
It's just
We're
a bunch
old.
of-
We know weird shit. That was my one. There were primordials. Let's throw that in there. Language. Okay. Do they say anything of value?
They say many things. It's basically a reiteration of information that you've pieced together so far about how the gods have come to be, but also as you're kind of like scanning past information that essentially is already known to you.
Mm-hmm.
You notice or read about a strange structure in like the primordial language. It's almost archaic in the way that they wrote it, because anyone that would use primordial nowadays just wouldn't describe it this way.
This is like Shakespearean primordial.
Yeah, like a few words short of just blatantly obvious saying what they mean to say, but you come to realize that the gods of abandon are not the only gods of Achordia. And after scrubbing the scroll and like back checking it, you realize that there are forgotten gods as well.
I would like to continue finding whatever the fuck information I can on forgotten gods in this scrollery.
As you're going through, much to the note, there's not a lot of information about the forgotten gods.
Yeah.
But the last bit of like viable records go back to the state of Accord, and basically they were the gods that inhabited this plane before Mother essentially exiled them.
I'm sorry, repeat that last bit.
So the
Mother
forgotten
exiled
gods
them?
were the gods of Accord, and then Mother came and exiled them from Accord and created Achordia.
Any hint of where she exiled them to?
That part, not detailed.
I didn't think so, but I had to ask. But that means there are other gods that hold some kind of sway in this realm that are not of her creation. Possibly. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Nice.
And as Maul and Gage are looking out at the scenic view of Achordia, and Gil's doing research, we are going to take a quick break as Dovrin attends to the new arrival, the new Athenian that has just been resurrected.
Decanted.
Name.
Well, we'll come back and find out all that information and more. And also
Bye,
see what
no.
Shade's up to, because he's been quiet.
Gasp.
For once, I know. Wow.
We'll be back, okay? Take like 5-10 minutes. We'll see you shortly.
Infernal is just Spanish.
Well, I mean, we all know all the curse words in like 14 other languages than the main ones we know. Everyone learns, yeah.
Where's my water?
Welcome back.
Hi.
Shade, what are you up to?
So, okay.
We're just learning the curse words in Celestial.
Are there curse words in Celestial? Is that a thing?
Well, they get
Absolutely.
people, surely.
So, with all this talk of just not knowing what to do, with all this talk of just essentially having your backs against a wall and not knowing what to do whatsoever, Shade is going to go ahead and find a blank wall somewhere.
And Ordnance throat. And draw a picture.
I thought about it. Don't. Ooh. Dark side. I want to find a blank wall and cast Major Image if possible, but I want to see if I could do something more with it rather than just the typical just Major Image for like 10 minutes. I want to make it a permanent thing if possible, Stacks. So, like, kind of a painting, but, you know.
Jeez. That's not how that
What?
works.
Hold on. Let me elaborate.
Let
I want
him
to
cook. He's cooking
Major
poison,
image
chat.
stencil.
He's cooking
Yeah,
poison.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, but somehow with Stax' facial expression, he made his mustache like curlier in what the fuck
This is
facial
What face did I
expression
make?
was.
This is
That
not.
That was it. Yeah, you like
Yeah,
because your
the
mustache
lines on your-
feeds into your like dimples up here, and it will just like made this curl on stage.
My mustache is like.
And
Yes.
if not, I'll just get some paint supplies
Sorry.
and start painting. But my mission, like, what I'm trying to do is essentially just paint everyone in the party thus far. I wanted to ask Lee Rob and what's his name?
Orden?
I'm blanking. Orden.
Jeff.
Jeff.
Not Jeff the Shark. No.
Bad Leroy friend.
And I wanted to ask them. It's like because they've been keeping an eye on the party, right? Like sort of, kind of, like from a distance.
I mean, Orden just knew about your existence as of y'all crashing his arrival party, but
So Lirov would. And I would ask Lirov to tell me anything about, like, any of the other party members that were previously with us, to describe them to me, if possible. Because I want to make a mural of everyone in the party. And just kind of paint Achordia, then have everyone just in front of it, cascading from the current members of the party. So Maul, Shade, Gage, Gil, Astara, Narissa, Dashkin, and others that I've never met before. So I will try my best to paint them.
Little goblin buddies.
Yeah. But I'm trying to paint all that. That way, despite everything that we've been going through, that we remember that we continue to persevere, even through the darkest times, even through the worst times, because that's all we can do. Because Shade's been here before joining the party. They have been here before. And they almost did give up. They almost did. So, that's why they're painting this. To remind everyone that it's okay, that we're going to keep going. Despite all the loss that has come to this party, that we have to keep going. If not for us, then for the people that we've lost along the way. So, when you guys eventually do come find me, you guys will see a big mural of everyone. That's what I've been doing. Not researching. I know I should be. But, hey, you know, sometimes you just have to remind others that it's worth it. So, yeah.
I would make you roll for this, but I've heard that it's bad DM practice to have them do a performance check on something like that. So I'll say that you. That's
It always feels weird though.
yeah.
Well,
It's...
I mean, you can. If you make him roll, then it would just be like, yeah, you have to go over it and redo it and touch it up and extra amount of time.
Or we come in and see it, and it's like a kindergartner thing, and it's, what'd you paint?
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh
I can
no!
totally see the Sarah there. It's that one, right? Oh no, that was Dashkin? My bad.
Oh no!
I don't really get
27.
art.
These skin tones seem wrong.
How do you get Gage skinned?
My skin doesn't glow enough.
Yeah, I would say over the course of this time, between major image, is major image or minor image? I don't know. The
Major.
major image, And also the help of the other gods giving you descriptors, you're able to paint.
Made your image to paint by numbers. And then painted it.
But yeah, that's what I would do in this situation. Because it seems like we have nothing but pessimistic views right now. So it's just a reminder. Because as as fucked up as Shade is mentally constantly throughout their entire life, sometimes it's best just to remind yourself and others. Just keep going. Yeah. Sorry to keep you waiting, but that was it.
Maul, Gage, what are y'all doing now?
I would be inclined to go to the archive
Okay.
to see if we can find out
Yeah,
more about
after
stuff.
admiring the beauty.
Well, I'm going to be
Sky.
running out of the archive into the lounge and like throwing a piece of paper down on the coffee table.
So as
I
y'all
thought Gil was in here.
are headed towards the archive, you see an excited Gil with a few scrolls in her hand, headed towards where Shade is with the others.
Excited as a stretch.
Excited as in, like, body language excited, like...
Frantic. Frantic.
Should we go in the archive? Is there a threat?
Read the paper.
I can read it because I read Primordial also.
Oh.
Oh, excellent.
She
Yes,
points
I have
out
gotten
everything.
plus. Yeah. Like the highlighted, I mean, not highlighted because, you know, I wouldn't disrespect their shit like that even though I really wanted to. But just like running my finger under the exact line.
What do you mean? The
God,
bigger
oh God.
question is, where
Right
would
here,
you find
right
a highlighter?
I'd like smash a good berry and just smear it over it like
It'll only be tainted for 24 hours.
improv. I figured it out. I improvise a highlighter. Or underline it. There's got to be a pen in an archive.
Forgotten gods. That sounds promising. Do we
Forgotten
have any
gods
lead on where they
that
are?
Exiled from Achordia, but if they predated and are not creations of QB, and they are from this realm, then they likely hold, you know, power in this realm. If we could get them back to here, they would like to go to here, maybe.
Exiled from Achordia specifically, or
Or exiled from Accord, and then QB took over and it became Achordia. It's a little unclear.
They were exiled, or
Banished? I don't know.
why were they forgotten?
Because it was like probably before any of the shit that QB created. Who would remember them?
But
If she
my-
banished them before making any other gods, who would remember them?
why would she? Why would so you're saying that she's more powerful than them if she banished them?
She might have tricked them. I don't know.
they may also have fled.
Maybe they just left before. Oh, it says that she banished them.
I think it did. I think you said exiled or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, they're
Mhm.
exiled. Oh, I thought they were just forgotten.
No, I think they became the forgotten gods because they got booted before there were like enough beings in this realm to remember them. That's just again, that part is extrapolation.
Still, they may know something we can use. We should try to find them.
Yeah. But how would we know where they went? Who is there an author on this, Stax?
On the scroll?
Jeff.
Uh-huh.
Not from you can tell. Like a signed, you know, and toeth by me in this nameth on this a dayeth. No.
The history of the gods of no longer memorized it. Wow, that got away from me. By oldie Mc even oldereth.
But so
This is
neither
Davrin's house.
neither she nor
This is
Nor- Lord Io created them. They were there before. Where would we
Yes.
find them?
I don't know. I'm hoping that Davrin might know something. We're in his place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm hoping Davrin maybe knows something. Or maybe like the god is forgotten. Where could we get a piece of it so we could find it?
What are
Would
their
the
names?
scroll count? I
does it say
do
on the-
not know.
It didn't. Oh, the
Maybe
scroll
we could
doesn't-
find some with more research. I'm not sure. I found something, okay?
No, this isn't wonderful. It's a lead.
Perhaps we can ask some of the people around here.
That is what I was saying. Ask Stafford. Or other people. Maybe there's a scholar on the moon.
Perhaps it is Mal's friend.
It's just shade in the background changing Gil's expression from like frantic to calm to like frantic to passive.
Just like the paintings in the
Harry Potter
Harry Potter.
that like are animated and move.
That's why I want to make it a major image, like make it permanent. That way, it's like
Yeah. This was Gil going from, we have something, but the trail ends quickly, but it's something. Yes, I know the trail ends.
The gauge image can move, but it never does.
Just like a slow blink every 3 days.
Yeah. So y'all are taking the scroll to Davrin to
Mm-hmm. Or waiting for him to come back from his revivification pond. Restoration pool.
y'all wait and wait and wait and wait.
Oh, he's still out there?
Well,
Okay.
he's still not in the room.
Okay.
Perhaps one of these fine gentlemen knows the answer.
We can go to him.
It's before our time.
We can go to Davrin.
Helps up old man Orden. Give him a cane. He's using it more of a stability freaking walker now.
Poor guy. All right. I will go out
There's
to
so
Davrin.
many steps. Do you all just walk everywhere like this?
Yep. You'll get used to it. Just, take it slowly. Increase your steps every day. Try to get to 10,000.
yeah.
10,000? Oh, wow. So
Start with a couple hundred.
as y'all head towards the waiting pool, you see a collapsed on the ground Davrin.
The hell.
Is he injured?
Probably.
Can I take his
Um,
pulse?
I'm gonna run over there and
Huh? Uh-huh.
I'm going to use my healer's kit and stabilize him.
I mean, he's not that bad. He's more like just like
Oh, okay.
knock the fuck
I'm
out.
gonna go up to him and kind of smack him on the cheek, but not too hard. Just like a wake up. You there? Nope.
His like eyes snap open. He takes a deep breath. You see like blood from his nose.
You okay there?
How long was I out?
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
at most like 20 minutes. We walked up, and then when we were up there for about 20 minutes and came back down, and you were on the ground.
You all hear an audible sound of an apple being bitten into as the most resurrected being kind of like walks back towards all of you.
Has he put on pants yet?
Yeah, he's got robes on.
I'm gonna.
But are they closed?
I'm gonna take up a bit of a defensive stance. I'm not gonna pull a weapon. I was like, "Did you do this?"
Did I punch him?
Did you knock him out? How did what? Did you cause this state of unconsciousness?
Yes.
Why?
Why?
He kept spouting off nonsense, saying I was an Odinian. I told him, where was I? Why did he bring me here? He didn't have answers. I didn't like it, so I punched him.
Who are you?
That
you.
I can't remember, which is also not helping my purpose right now. Who are all of you, besides
So,
Gil?
you don't know who you are, but you're sure you're not an Odinian. And because of that, you knocked out an old man.
Yes, the memories are
He's actually pretty
fragmented, but I'm pretty sure I'm not
You
from
knocked
this
out
place.
a child.
He's not that young.
Oh.
To gauge
He's
it
a-
is.
You know
He's a
you're
young
not.
man.
Everyone's a child to gauge.
Yeah,
Yes.
for real. So you're not from here, and you don't remember.
He doesn't know that he's not from
Anything.
here. He just said,
Hey,
You
Dogren,
didn't
who is this?
He doesn't know his name, but he claims to know Aaronrel.
Who did you think this was gonna be?
An Odinian, like all the rest. I mean, one of the ones that perished during the war.
Oh, it's not ones you know specifically.
How long
It's
ago
just a rando.
Yes.
Okay.
how did you know Aaronrel?
He was my master. How do you all know of him?
He rescued us.
I only just met him.
Same.
Well, I
Oh.
mean, did we actually meet him?
I contacted somebody.
Yeah.
They called in a favor, and now we're here.
Yeah, he didn't personally rescue us.
Oh, well, I haven't met him.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Remind me who Aaronrel is.
All his tracks. He is the red-winged, angel-like man that came down with the gods before he left with Rome and Ilor at the end of last session.
While we were sleeping.
Technically, y'all haven't met him, except
Wow,
for
I think I am Team Gage, and I missed that part.
y'all were asleep. It makes sense.
I saw him. I just haven't talked to him.
Okay.
Wait, what was the
Late.
question? We went off a huge tangent.
Fuck. Damn it.
So where did oh, I'm sorry. What's his name again? Alan Lore.
Aaronrel.
Aaronrel. Thank you. I'm bad tonight. It's worse than usual.
I was like, Alan Lore.
So where did Aaronrel go? Can we get him here to like de-escalate the situation?
Davern gets up. I can request his aid, but I don't know if he will get back here in time.
Okay. That's maybe helpful, but probably not.
Okay.
What do you remember? Maybe we can piece it together.
That's a great question.
Let's see. To catch you all up, I was an apprentice of Aaronrel, my master. He taught me to refine, control my magic.
Are you a paladin?
No.
Sorcerer?
Also, no.
Warlock, wizard, cleric? Is your magic...
Are you just
Natural?
naming things?
Yes. Is your magic natural, divine?
I'm pretty sure it's learned.
Magic. Okay. Okay. Gotcha. Ooh. You like learning things? You smart? Do you like research?
No, why are you looking at me like that?
She has a thirst for knowledge.
She has designs on your
I
brain.
don't. I'm hoping someone else does. Do you know like what era you're from?
Define era.
I'm not sure what I mean. I just know that this thing is supposed to resurrect people that died in like some war a long time ago.
Like no more than 100 years ago.
No more than 100? Okay.
Hmm.
Could it have accidentally woken up someone older than that?
I don't think so. They're using true
resurrection.
Take 200. I don't know. It's a lot.
Okay.
You don't remember any of that stuff. Okay. Is it just like locked? You just don't at all. Nothing.
There's just a factor that's not quite making sense.
Okay.
My master is dead.
Oh.
Was Aaronrell resurrected? I'm asking Davin.
No, not to my knowledge.
Okay.
Is it a different Aaronrell, perhaps?
So
Is time a
Names
flat
do get
circle?
reused.
okay.
Flat circle.
It's actually more like a rug, really. Never mind.
Okay, so I'm gonna just really quickly confer with Shade and Mal and Gage and like ask them what they saw, or when, like what Mal and Shade saw when they saw Aaronrell, and then to ask Gage what he and I saw when we saw Aaronrell. Did we all see the same thing?
I mean, I saw
All the distance, wings, horns, kind of hot.
fucking yeah, he was hot.
He could get it.
Have it on good authority. He's
Gage is
taken,
like,
though.
get what?
Yeah, exactly.
I have it on good authority. He's a taken man.
So, did we describe him well enough for you? Is that how he looked? No, I'm not gonna use that spell.
Basically,
Actually, I change into him.
that's yeah.
That seems dangerous. Okay.
So does what he
Does he look like
match
this?
what Gage and I saw? And does that match what
Are y'all asking the man that just said his
I'm
master was dead? What
Yeah.
does this exact replica look like?
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
trying to
asking if it
confirm
looks the
that
same.
we're trying to confirm that
So-
his Aaronrell is the same Aaronrell that we saw.
Yeah.
And
so,
I'm trying to confirm, did Gage and I see some true shit of like him masking himself as Aaronrell, but he's some other person?
What are you?
me?
Yes. I didn't see
Special?
any arcane.
It's just an innate ability that I was created with. I was created. It's not something that I chose to do. I was brought into this world by means that I don't really like.
He's a pod person.
That's you.
No.
You literally came from a pod, bro.
This
One to
party
know one.
dynamic.
I just didn't want to be the only one.
You sound so desperate. Calm down.
No one likes a desperate pod person.
Okay, so do you know of the Eden? The Empire? No.
Odinia?
I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time concentrating with you looking like my dead master.
Maybe
Yeah,
change
well,
back,
there's
Shade.
I'll change back, but I'm just trying to make sure that this is what he looks like. This is
How
what
did
he
he-
looked like to you.
How did
prior.
he die?
He was killed.
So sorry.
That
When?
I'm
would
so
do it,
sorry
yeah.
for your loss.
So-
Well, when and how?
By terrible people. I'm going to be very frank. I don't trust any of you. I was
I don't
brought
blame you.
back devoid of clothes, and also told I was something Odinian-like. I know that my memories aren't exactly sharp at the moment, but
Is it?
The four of us are new here.
were
The
you
world
also
is
brought
ending.
back?
Those two were.
Oh god!
not here.
Oh no!
What?
Oh no!
Okay, so
What?
you're letting out a lot of.
Dude,
Okay.
we are at world-ending places.
I know.
Like,
Okay.
the QB knows everything, so who cares at this point?
Okay. You want the honest truth? We died. We got brought back for a purpose.
They died. I didn't.
But not here.
Not
We
here.
got-
we did
we
not
got
get
brought back.
resurrected here.
We got brought back, and I'm gonna point at
Achordia.
Achordia.
And so he points at Davrin. So you have multiple of these pools, then?
No, we didn't get brought back in a pool.
No.
We got brought
No,
back
they got
directly.
brought back by gods.
We got brought back directly by gods.
Do you know Isilne and Sin?
Actually, it was just me and Shade that got brought back.
Yes, that's why I said those two.
Oh, okay.
No,
I
those
could've
names
been
do
more
not
tactful, but
seem familiar to me. Who are they?
they're gods? What gods do you remember?
Gods?
There are no gods?
Where I come from.
No gods ever, or no gods currently active? Like,
Or
is there
were-
lore about old gods that are no longer in play?
And if not gods, then what were they? What beings? What primordial, whatever it may be? What did you refer to them as?
I don't quite know gods. I knew of my master.
Right, and he is a paladin who follows a god, most assuredly.
Yes, but these are not the names that you spoke of.
Okay, but there are gods. Or people who believe in them, whether or not they are around.
Do you recall that name?
No, I didn't have any interest in those studies.
How about we ask you questions, you ask us questions, and we'll try to make you more comfortable. I'm not good at this, but I'm trying.
Hey, do you want a drink?
No.
No? Well, that was gonna make it easier. But okay.
I do.
We'll just do this then.
I don't know why we're answering questions, because we are also not from here. We got here like last night.
Yeah.
Just full disclosure.
So it seems to me that you've been here. You must have died different time, something. You don't know where you're at. Apparently your master was supposed to be dead, but he's still alive in this world. In this timeline. I don't know.
Would he have
There's-
been resurrected from a different timeline?
That's a great question. I don't
mean,
know.
Did he say he was using true resurrection or resurrection?
True.
Then that would have been no more than 200 years. That's right. It was no
Mhm.
more than 200 years.
Yeah, I have it pulled up.
Sorry, this is a lot of information.
Yes, I'm keeping
We're
track.
We're a little desperate. Sorry. It's been a long 3 days.
Do you know
4 days now?
Oh no. It's like 5 now. Y'all had a long rest.
It's been more than that. But okay. It's been way more
Has
than
not.
that. It has. Okay. So, you don't know about gods. You don't remember a lot of stuff. But your master was supposed to be dead, but he's alive here. So,
Or someone that is planning to be him?
or it is just not. Different circumstances. He's alive in this. What do I call it? He
He's
is
alive right now and in this place.
Yes.
And in this time and in this reality.
Where you're from, he died.
Yes.
I
So-
would like to say that I am no longer assuming he's alive here. I would like him to come back and verify that he is who he claims to be. But I have grown suspicious of everyone and everything.
Okay. Okay. So, with him being alive here, and context clues, you seem to just be from a different timeline or just different reality entirely, and somehow you ended up here. Don't know exactly how. What's your plan of action right now? What are you thinking? Because despite you not trusting us, we're also new here, like she said.
We're from Achordia.
Do you know Achordia, or was it named Accord, or what did not exist prior?
Specifically Felcrest.
These are all, I imagine, relatively good questions on a good day.
Mm-hmm.
To answer your most immediate, not counting... I'm going to finish my apple.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fair.
Apple good,
It's pretty good.
crisp.
Where'd you get
Yeah.
the apple?
When I knocked out old purple guy there, I did a little bit of roaming, and there's a bunch of food on the
Oh.
table.
Good to know.
Tell you what, since you all haven't done anything,
Yeah.
not helping your
Okay.
cause,
Gage.
No, wait, don't do that, Jake.
I'll be generous for now. What is it that you want to know? I'll just leave it at that. What is it you want to know?
What were the names of the gods?
Why do you keep talking about gods?
Because they came back and one of them sucks. Real hard.
Are you
Like-
aware of the mother of all gods?
No, can't say that I am.
We're just trying to remember. Maybe
Sucks big old donkey balls.
there's some forgotten gods, and we were hoping maybe you might have been from the time before they were forgotten.
Not if it's less than 200 years.
But maybe his
Why
resurrection
is-
a little different.
Maybe.
Why is the topic of godhood so important to all of you?
No.
Because
Okay.
because there's a Queen Bitch god that's killing all the other gods or removing their powers, and is gonna destroy the planets.
Yeah, and maybe you're her. Is he who he looks like? There's no like disguise or anything on this dude, right? Stacks.
Oh no, he just looks like a regular tiefling guy, ram horns, red hair.
He's a satyr tiefling.
Oh
Does
gosh,
he look like
no,
Asmodeus?
no.
No,
Okay.
Asmodeus did not have ram horns.
I don't remember what he looked like. He had some kind of horn.
They were
Not-
typical.
Yeah. So, basically, and I will tell him about the goddess being ejected, severed, and everything that has transpired that we know. All that's happened. And then Gil, funny enough, as you came back to life, she found some information about prior gods.
Oh, damn, you're gonna go there. I mean, I was only going to share the information that I'm
No, you
certain-
said no.
I didn't say old gods. I did not. I just asked the names of gods. I was
I said
sharing
forgotten
information up
gods.
until the point that we last encountered QB. Because I figured she knew all that shit.
So, all the cards are on the table.
I keep all the cards to myself.
So, she came over here and ejected, banished, exiled, whatever word you want to use. What was in this dimension before, in this realm? And if you're before that, before every iteration of what's now, what do you know, if anything, because your memory is hazy, fuzzy?
I've told you. I am my master's apprentice. He taught me to wield and control my magic.
I'm very sorry to hit a touchy subject. Do you by any chance remember how long from now, from your perspective, or how long before now, from your perspective, your master was, your master passed?
Mean.
Like, was it yesterday? Was it like years ago? From your perspective.
It seems like yesterday, but I imagine, from what y'all are saying, a bit more time has transpired since then.
So
But from your
maybe-
perspective, it just happened. Okay.
So maybe he died a day before.
Sorry for your
you
loss.
did. He died the day before you did.
May we ask, who do you know who was responsible for his death?
I do, yes.
Would you be willing to share that information? I think that is a no, but fair enough.
Why wouldn't you be willing to share that?
He doesn't trust us. He doesn't really have a reason to trust us.
I don't think there's any reason for that to be a secret, though.
I did say I was feeling generous. He sets the apple down on one of the nearby tables. I killed my master.
Why?
Because he was something that not even he would want to be.
Oh,
Corrupted?
okay. Meaning?
He was turned into an incubus. Are you familiar with those?
I think we are? Oh.
Vile, deceptive creatures.
Okay. Okay. I don't think that the one we know is an incubus. As far as I could tell from the distance. But, Davin, you got any commentary here?
He kind of like muffles. That kind of tracks.
Oh.
I mean, he's not now, but
I mean, he
like a lifetime ago. But then again, a lifetime ago, I was a completely different person too.
I'm sorry, what do you mean by a lifetime ago?
I've been reincarnated. Sorry.
I thought you said that Aaron Rell hadn't been reincarnated, to your knowledge.
I shouldn't have been, no. But I've only known, well, this iteration of him.
So he may have been reincarnated.
Possibly, but he hasn't told me.
Okay, okay.
Or I don't even know if he remembers.
So maybe when you killed him, you eventually died, and he came back. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, except I don't remember myself dying
Would you remember dying?
I don't know. Did you remember dying?
I think they kind of were unaware they died and like were told they died when they were spirity thingies and then told they could go back to life. So yes and no.
So I had the vague
He
memory.
makes a good point.
They were aware they were brought back to life.
Yeah.
If that's
Wasn't?
But
Oh, the second time, yeah.
Deceased souls often do not remember their
Second,
deaths
you mean like
anything
the
other than a
1000th
bad
time?
dream.
Well, I mean, I remember the most recent time because when I died, I didn't really lose consciousness. I went into Gage's area, and then the time before that, I don't remember. I just woke up one day and I thought I had amnesia. I didn't even know who I was for
till like 2 days ago.
decades. I mean, I was on Achordia for a while before I realized, before all that began happening,
so
I think.
I do remember. I was on. So the reason why I remember, and I'm piecing it together, is prior to my death, the one thing that is kind of an anchor is I don't like talking about it, but funny enough, despair has been a major thing in my life. I was gonna kill myself, and then Lore, stopped me, told me about some information about the Empire. Decided to go and try to get the information. Then the city collapsed. And I took that as a sign that maybe it was best that I was supposed to die. And then I woke up. And yeah. Then Nerissa-in-Law came along. So yeah, I do remember my death, unfortunately. And I remember accepting it. To answer your question.
Well, I don't remember mine.
So. Is there an
I
anchor
understand.
point?
I didn't remember mine either. He's kind of special, though.
Cool. Hey, Davrin, or anyone, does this thing just resurrect people from this timeline, or might they be from, or this?
Would it have to have been someone that died during the Odinian War around this time?
But did it have to be this Odinian War?
What do you mean, like a parallel, like?
I mean, Achordia has been restarted. A metric. Do they have the metric system on Achordia? An imperial, an empiral fuck ton of times. So there have probably been more than one Odinian War in all the reboots.
I mean,
But that's probably not relevant.
This ritual, I've cast it plenty of times. It takes a while. But I started it, back when Rome was here, before you all arrived. And as Davrin continues to rant, you all get the sense that the time frame between when you all left where Orden was
Mm-hmm.
Kind of aligns to the point that he started the ritual for resurrecting this guy.
Okay. That seems like not that much time. It's supposed to be a long ritual, isn't it?
It's not too long, but
So just a
Was the
matter
ritual complete when all this happened? Or was this a bit of a surprise?
so that it's between 10 and 30 minutes is how long the ritual takes.
Strange. That's strange.
Well,
What is the last thing that you remember?
fighting. There was a lot of blood and
Did
Like a battle?
I'm just asking, Davrin, did non-Odinians fight in the Odinian War? Or Odinia?
they fought in the Odinian War, but that is separate from your war on Achordia.
Right, but isn't the resurrection from the Odinian War?
Yes.
When you said
Yeah.
blood,
War.
there was a lot of blood from fighting. Was this like a combat between armies, or was this like a small group against another group, or monsters, or what?
I just remember there being a lot of blood. Probably more than normal.
Okay.
More
Like
than-
a
Okay.
hellscape worth of blood?
was it? Let me know if I'm warning you. This may be too much, but let me know if this is what it looked like. I'm gonna cast Major Image, and I'm put us in the scenario that we were in.
Yeah, this is pretty similar.
Did the blood hurt? Was it caustic?
Did it smell like this? That's a lot of violet.
I mean, scent is a really big trigger for memory.
Because if that's the case, that that goddess that we're telling you about, she put you there. You didn't escape. And that's how you died. That's why you don't remember.
Perhaps he was the one that flew.
That what?
He doesn't
Blue.
have wings, does he?
And you fly.
No.
Okay.
Or he's the one that talked to us. That'd be creepy.
So that's how you died. Because of her. She saw you, maybe as a threat, maybe as an insect, as she typically does, and she sent you there.
Perhaps your soul hitched a ride on one of us as we arrived.
Because we got saved. We got lucky.
Still have to deal with. Never mind. That'll bring us later.
So, unfortunately, we know what you've been through. And I'm sorry that's how you died. If that is the way you died. But if it seems familiar, then that's what it is. At least in my opinion. So.
That place sucked real bad.
trust me, I don't like being here. Get rid of it. So, with this information, does it help at all? Do you remember anything? Do you remember your death? Besides...
Does he need to remember his actual death?
Hold on. Is this what it is? And you could be honest with us. We've been nothing but honest with you.
That place. I don't know what it was or how I ended up there. My master, I watched him change into something that he wasn't.
Yeah.
After picking up an item?
No item.
Oh, cool. Just checking.
But he changed into an incubus creature. Bat-like wings, horns, that sort of thing. Then he...
What was he before?
Elvish. He was a sun elf.
Well, I don't know anything about sun elves. I figured.
If we're going by Dragon Prince rules, then they're lava-y.
Or are you sure? He was always a sun elf?
I mean,
Sounds like he still
that's
looks
what
like
we
an
called
incubus.
him. Radiant, golden-hued skin. We call them sun elves from where I'm from. I don't know what you call them here.
I want to look at the list, but I'm not going to because I don't know.
It's not on the list.
Yeah, I figured. Okay.
When you say where you're from, do you recall where you're from was called? I mean, you remember what it was called? The name of the city or land?
The plane.
It was from a place called Diadem.
Oh,
So
you're hella... Wait, I'm sorry. You were from Diadem?
Diadem, not diademia.
No, I got that. So hella old. And also, before What's-Her-Bucket, QB came over here. Because she would... Yeah.
Okay.
Aaron is extremely old.
You speak about him as if he's still alive.
Unless it's just a coincidence.
I mean, he looks like a succubus, I guess, now, but,
Succubus.
sorry. Yep.
You're good.
He looks
Dude,
more
not
like
lady.
he looks more like
Cambion.
a red angel with horns.
Right, but Shade literally turned into him and was like, yeah, that's what he looks like.
I mean,
Or looked like at the end.
slight changes. But,
But that's what his face looked like.
yes.
Sorry for doing that to you. I just needed to make sure.
Well, he seems to be a good person. now, I think. He aided
We
us.
haven't really talked to him.
He aided us in our escape from that blood place.
No.
Gage,
Okay.
any thoughts?
He sent someone.
Nope. He had nothing to do with that.
So you're saying he's out there still?
Yes.
Then who?
Remember
brought us
Anna's mother?
Who?
Anna's mother.
Who pulled us through?
Right, but who sent her?
Or she sent him.
She sent. Where is his name? It's somewhere around here. That's not the right page. Doran, right? That's his name. Stacks.
Dobrin?
Dobrin? That's
Yeah.
who we're talking to.
Yeah, he's the one that got us.
Right.
Not him. Dobrin. Dobrin's the one that.
Right, but Dobrin works for Aaronrell.
Yes, but Aaronrell
sent Dobrin because
Yeah, Dobrin. Who sent you? Was it Aaronrell or
Anna.
what's her name? Anna. To
Um,
help us.
neither of those names. Her name is Azalith.
That's her name.
Oh right, Anna was the daughter, wasn't it?
Yes. Azalith,
Yes.
I
The mama.
reached out to her prior.
Yeah.
And she sent Dobrin.
Hmm.
So she in
Did
turn
she send
saved us.
Dobrin directly? Okay.
Yes. And I don't know how that works either, just because time is weird. So
When we briefly saw Aaronrell, was there any like hint of I can't remember if this actually got answered because we were all asking you like 42 questions at the same time.
Yeah.
Sorry, Stacks. Was there a sign that there was any disguisey magic or whatever on Aaronrell?
No.
No. Aaronrell's form was his true form. Okay, cool. So far as Gage and I could tell.
yeah, he didn't really have to do anything with saving us. Dobrin apparently owed her a favor, and he came through.
Oh, yeah, Darvin, how do you know her? I mean, we're really happy you do, and thank you so much. I'm working on it, okay?
How do I know Azalith?
Yeah.
Everyone from Odinia knows Azalith.
Why?
That.
She's kind of our beacon of hope.
Does she live here or come here? Or just communicate with you?
Communicate, mostly.
Beacon of Hope, how? We're big fans of hers, I think.
Think of it like a guiding light, serving purpose.
Okay. That's equally vague. Cool. Gil, at this point in life, is like, how many like somewhat direct questions can I ask to get even vaguer answers? These people never had to be task oriented.
Okay.
Cool.
So, now with that information,
So
Does Aaronrell return?
What was the question?
When does Aaronrell return?
He said that he was going to be working diligently on bringing Ilor back, so there's no definite time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, sir, okay, you don't know your name. What do you want us to call you?
What do you mean?
What do you want to be?
What do you go
referred
by,
to?
or what would you like to go
What
by?
would you like us to?
Like,
How would you like us to refer to you? I mean, a name, even if it's not your true name. Do you want to give us a name that we should call you?
other than hey you? Also, from what can Stacks, from what we can tell, what is the dude?
He's a tiefling.
He's a tiefling.
Tiefling, that's right. That's right, we got that.
So I wonder if whenever Davrin rescued us, he somehow
something clung on.
clung on and ended
Hey,
up here.
Stacks, do I have... Would divine sense do anything in this situation or no?
Probably not, since
No?
it's not
Okay.
like deity based.
Yeah.
I can give you what my master called me, but I don't know how much favor I would take it from you all calling me that.
Well,
Okay. Well, then just tell us what you would like us to call you.
yeah, how would you like to
But,
be
you know,
addressed?
don't be a dick about it. Don't be like, I want to be called sir. Because that's just...
Well, once upon a time, I went by the name Annie.
Hi. Do you want to be called that? We can call you Annie. If you don't want to be called that, we will not.
It's relative at this point.
Annie it is.
That's what Aaronro called you, or that's what you went by otherwise?
Only my master called me that.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. What do you want to be called, if anything?
It's not short for something
Anakin?
else, right?
Anakin. No.
Yeah.
I mean,
Thank you, Gage.
I don't.
I was gonna say, is he slaughtering Padawans?
I was gonna say it too.
I don't
Oh.
have any real attachment to names. I see their purpose.
They have purpose, yes.
They do. Even if it's not your true name, it still helps address you.
A lot of things were wrong about that place.
But I know.
Mm-hmm.
Even, and he kind of like looks at himself. Even I did not always look like this.
What were you before? Were you not always a tiefling?
A what?
A tiefling. What you look like right now. Tail, horns, fangs.
No, this was a corruption that happened when I was there. I was similar to my master.
Sun elf.
That's what everyone from Diadem is.
Sun elf. Okay.
Does the name... Oh my god, now I can't do too many A names. There's Aaronrel and Azalith? What is her name?
Yeah.
Azalith, yeah.
Azalith, okay. Do you know Azalith?
I do not believe I know Azalith.
Okay.
He's from Diadem.
Don't everyone from Diadem know each other? Did Azalith look like
Yeah.
a sun elf when we saw her? And what about Anna?
You would, I mean, claim elvish mostly.
Okay.
It was bright there, so it's kind of.
Yeah.
Have you ever
But-
met an Asmodeus?
No. Who is that?
He is an invader.
Well, he was a tiefling who somehow showed up on Diadem at some point and was adopted by Azlith. He eventually ended up becoming.
Huh. Did he show up after QB was exiled? Or stricken?
I don't know if we know that.
I think we might, because I think he did, because I think that Azalith told us stuff about the mother being.
Yeah, because he went off to fight in the Truvant War. So
Yeah. So it had to be like I'm thinking we know that information, and I'm just trying to make sure I'm correct in how I'm remembering it.
yeah.
It would be relatively around the same time that the war started. That
Resulted in her being stricken.
No, she was stricken before she.
yeah, she was stricken before the war,
Yeah,
but
yeah. But okay. I mean, he could have been a lovely little gift from her. What does she look like again? Got a picture somewhere. Sorry. It's a
Well,
puzzle I
at
have.
any rate, Asmodeus became the god of
Okay.
the hells and
Yeah.
Okay. So
sin and night and hatred, devils, despair,
Lies.
tyranny.
That's not. Yeah, I
Okay.
was just thinking. I was making a connection. And I'm trying
So-
to think through it.
you and your master, your teacher, both became what you are now, and what he was. You struck him down, and then you died. Now you're here. Correct? And then there seems to be other things at play, like other gods, because she came over here, banished you to that realm, but you died. But there is a bunch of other prior information before you even went in there. Correct? Things that you don't entirely remember. And despite you
You're
not really
so
being,
old.
despite you not being really much into studying divinity, gods, whatever you want to call it, you are the only link that we kind of have to that entire to that entire lost time, to the forgotten gods.
Technically, Aaronrail's even older than him.
That's if Aaron also remembers.
Also, they're both quite possibly older than Azalith because they were in Diadem, likely when QB was still in Diadem, not in Achordia, because they were sent to her realm from Diadem
Yeah.
for Hellscape.
Okay.
Well, Aaronrail wasn't.
So I
They
just
were
feel like,
in that Hellscape together.
I just feel like we're talking in circles. That's the thing.
We are. That's kind of our jam.
So, if you have any input for us, that'd be very very grateful, considering we're just saying the same things over and over too.
what are
you hungry?
you?
Are you thirsty?
I'm good for now. What are you all planning on doing?
Finding the forgotten gods to possibly take out the thing that sent you here.
Making a vain attempt to stop this entire reality from ending.
Not really vain. I think maybe desperate.
Desperate's a better word, yeah.
So, yeah.
Maul has someone he wishes to meet.
Meat.
Dovrin did a locate creature, I suppose, for me, and I was trying to locate Ivy, and we don't know for sure if it's Ivy, but there's another Malmira here on Avior.
Okay.
Off to the northeast.
So we can try to find that. Okay.
He said it's a bit of a distance, but I'd like to go see if I can link up with them. Don't know who it is, but it's another Malmira that it could be Ivy, it could be Theo.
Okay.
Gil, do you remember Theo? Were you there when I met Theo?
Refresh my memory a little bit. It sounds
In
vaguely
the-
familiar.
In the Hunters Guild?
Oh, I mean, I was not with you, but I was in the campaign when you guys all separated ways and went to different guilds. That was like my second day.
I thought you might have been a part of the Hunters Guild or something.
No, I was a part of the Lotus Guild.
Was it the Hunters Guild?
None of you went with my guild. He sent you like to all the other guilds.
Yeah, that's right.
No, and then when you all came to mind, everyone but you basically got me fired. That was great. Why am I here?
I just remembered I have to kill you.
True plot development for Gil is like
Coping with unemployment.
Pioneer Guild.
I just remembered that this was about revenge.
this whole time.
I actually shot your brother on purpose.
Oh gosh. Oh
No,
no.
it was one of those
Imagine.
light
Oh, imagine.
It wasn't me that betrayed her.
It was everyone but you. Yeah.
So imagine what she's going to do to them.
Yeah, no, not cool.
She already got him. They
That's
landed
all right.
under the city.
I mean, I was just sort of doing it to, keep our people in their good graces, and then the city crashed, so that doesn't matter anymore anyway.
Well, as far as things to do, I would like to know the location of this plains Aaron rail.
Can we do that, Dobbin?
Well, are you gonna kill him?
Depends. That's what I was about to ask. I mean, it depends. Is he still...
He's not a bad person.
We don't know that.
You don't know that.
We wouldn't have been rescued if he was.
We weren't rescued by him.
He didn't rescue us.
He's the one.
But yeah, he's
one,
probably
He's
fine.
the one. He's the one who reformed.
He is
Goblin.
currently attempting to resurrect Ylor.
Which is a dead goddess.
You don't seem to be very
Who
attached to
caused-
gods.
Again.
Causes the blight. Yeah. They only came back to being known to exist like 2 weeks ago, so if that. But one of them really sucks, so we're trying to rally the others.
So you, as you were resurrected, you still have all your strength and abilities of a wizard that you had before you died. You're not in a weakened state.
Potentially, but I'm not going to let that keep me from making sure my master's not gallivanting around as something that he's not.
Maybe you should reserve judgment on his character and not his appearance.
Master
No.
Aaronrell, this is all for second chances, but
Okay, here's the thing. You've also changed. He may have changed, but you have also changed.
You obviously don't look like any sun elf I ever saw.
if it comes to it, I will end myself as well.
Give the bro a moment. He gets to be a little suspicious. He came out of a
Yeah.
pond to a bunch of people interrogating him.
Aaron Rill is supposed to return here. Perhaps you should just rest here for a while. And
Don't
await
jump the
him.
gun. Don't jump the gun. Or powder, whatever.
With a boomstick.
The boomstick. Don't jump the boomstick.
Don't jump the wand of fireball.
But I
Don't
don't.
jump the magic missile.
I have a gun in my pocket.
Yeah, from like episode 1.
Yeah, I've only used it that one time in the very episode that I recovered it.
Okay. He's supposed to return. I don't know. Sovereign. I don't know what you want to do in this situation. I'm not the brains of this operation.
Why didn't he bring Ilor down to the resurrection pool, Dovrin?
I don't think it would work on her.
Oh, okay.
She's mortal, but she's also not a being made from man-made magic.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
Well,
Fine, I will wait until Aaronrell, my master, returns. And if he's not my master, I will kill him.
How will you judge whether or not he's your master? By his looks alone? I'm gonna
I will let him.
go look down at the pool and look at your reflection in the water.
He'll kind of like slowly walk over to the pool and like look at it. And you all see like the ram horns and the tuft of red hair, and he like clenches his fists.
His cloven hoofs. I'm kidding.
He's not a satyr.
Do we all look the same? Did any of the people that touched the blood turn out a little funky?
You all look fine.
And so he just clenches his fist when he sees his reflection.
This
You're-
is not right.
You can still get it.
Regardless, my point is,
priorities. Continue. Sorry.
I mean, I'll say this. It's my understanding Aaronrell's been alive thousands of years. So his resurrection was probably...
Early
he's
days.
probably... I mean, just talking above board, he's probably like a level 20-something. You're just a little old, like level 6, probably.
I was trained by my master.
Yeah, I mean, he's a lot stronger than you now.
Fred. Stop it. Stop it.
Just keeps
Dude,
bumping up the
why-
wizard level.
I'm just kidding.
Let's
Why
cast
y'all
level
have to
10
troll
spells.
The guy that just came out of the pond, like you're being.
That was
such
just a joke. That didn't happen.
dicks.
He looks at you, Maul. Perhaps you don't understand There's something vile about who you are as a person being changed against your will.
I would say there's something vile about the person who changed you.
Ooh, that strikes a fucking chord.
I will see what my master says. From the sound of it, he has had quite a bit of time to come up with a suitable answer.
Well,
I'm sorry for what you've had to go through, including what we just put you through.
I really honestly don't think he's any worse for the wear just answering a few questions.
I mean, Shade showed him the dude he just killed,
Mhm.
and then the place he died. We
Yeah.
put him through some shit.
Yeah.
Above table. We put him through some shit.
I will say this though. The person he showed him was more angelic than Incubus.
Perspective. Okay. So when you talk to him, when you meet him, like you said, you're gonna give him a chance. Let him explain. Let him talk. In the meanwhile, as much as I want to be here for that little
Tete-a-tete.
touching reunion, I don't know if you want to go meet the person that you want to try to meet, Maul, or what. But
Well, I mean, that's a several week journey.
Several weeks mounted.
okay, so then that we'll table that, and the main thing that is the most interesting, because it has a potential to lead to something else that we need, is to be here with you whenever you do talk to him. Because there is information that we need. And you seem to be the only thing that's remotely connected to it.
Am I being held captive here?
No,
I'm not holding you captive.
you're
Am
not
I
being held captive.
allowed to leave?
Where are you gonna go?
That is not my question.
I don't have any power to stop you, and I'm not even if I did, I don't know that I would. I'm just asking where you would want to go.
I'm all for free
And
will.
I'm interested. I'm seriously curious, and I'm not in a like whatever I can't think of the right adjective, but not in a bad way. I'm just curious. Like what are your plans? Like what are you trying to do?
Set
What do you
things
want to
right.
do? And I'm telling you, things aren't the way they were when you left.
Well, things
Things are
didn't
right,
have.
I mean-
I wasn't there for those things.
Things are in a bad way right now, and we're all trying to fix them. And as you say you want to set things right, I think we have a common goal. But they can't go back to Diadem.
You actually can't.
I mean, not unless you can turn back time. Diadem is
Or-
gone.
Or not reachable from here. We've got
But
Achordia instead.
But I'm not talking about you can't
Diadem,
go
yeah,
back to
there's,
Achordia.
yeah.
I'm talking about you can't go back to Diadem.
Yeah,
Diadem
yeah.
doesn't exist anymore.
There has to be a way for me to get home from here.
home isn't what you left. That's been thousands of years.
Thousands of years repeated on thousand-year cycles? Or thousands of cycles?
From the
I don't know,
looks
how-
of it, I'm still breathing air. If there's nothing back at my home for me, then I'll make that decision when I get there.
That's fair.
All I'm saying, we could use someone like you.
You haven't asked for my help.
I'm asking.
I mean, getting to Diademia wouldn't be the worst.
I'm asking for your help because my goal is to restore the deities and save Diademia and to save Achordia. Defeat the Truvant.
All right.
I don't know that we can defeat the Queen Bitch Goddess, but I think we can defeat the Truvant. Those are my goals. Maul, that's who I am, and that's why I was created.
What about the rest of you?
Well, as discussed earlier, I'm unemployed and my city and everything is gone.
Oh no!
So
The
I have no
shift
purpose in life, so I might as well just use it to try to hope everybody else doesn't die. That's where I am right now. But, you know, getting to Diademia and seeing if we could talk to good old Io, who's the one who sent QB away, is not the worst. So I feel like our goals are not totally separate either. This whole trying to save the world thing could result in us getting to Diademia, nay Diadem. Formerly known as. It's the
Gage,
Yes.
answer his question if possible, please.
What was the question?
What is your goal?
What is your goal? Your goal.
To end suffering.
There's
The
many
cycle.
ways to end suffering.
There's many ways to end suffering.
But I don't want you to stop suffering. No, he doesn't say that. He doesn't
You
think that
can
either.
suffer.
Savage would love to see you continue to suffer.
Okay, hold on.
Yep, I lost it. I must end the cycle. The cycle is detrimental to all in Achordia. It deserves a chance to evolve on its own, without interference, without restarts.
Did we tell you that this world gets like rebooted every so often? And like everything on it destroyed and it starts all over again?
Well, Achordia.
That's what I mean.
Not necessarily Avior.
Recycled souls.
Oh yeah, you didn't get them. So sorry.
So, Gage here had a different purpose before he joined us.
Seems to have changed.
Yes, but he would never admit that.
Would you? Would you admit it?
I am still the Soul Warden.
Is that a title?
a title, a role, a being.
Fun to watch someone else go through this with Gage.
I like this one. He says what's on his mind. What about you two? I'm sorry for punching you in the face. Nah, it's all right. I probably, He looks at Gil? You know what?
It's been a long few days.
I'm well deserved. Well deserved. Probably deserve way more than just a punch to the face, if you ask.
You saved us, thanks that. So
Well, that's what you all know. There's other people that aren't quite fond of me. I am on a path of
Same.
redemption, and I aim to continue down that path. Because that is what my purpose has become. Commendable. All of you. And he looks over at Shade.
Do you want this short term or long term?
I thought all the cards are being put on the table.
I did say that, didn't I? Short term, get the people that we lost back. Long term, make it all worthwhile. All this, to bring meaning to all this suffering that we've endured, that I've endured. To bring meaning to it that isn't just do it just to do it. That's my purpose. Whether it's to free my species from the crushing empire, or to prevent this goddess, this queen, bitch, goddess, whatever, QB, from running rampant as she has been doing for a while now, apparently. Even in the shadows, I assume. That is my goal. To in layman's terms, to do what's right. To help. To face the fears that I've ran from my entire life. That is my purpose.
What then? What, in some strange scape that you all get what you're searching for? What next?
What next? Live a good life after that, the best that I can. And if I can't, well then, hey, at least I tried.
Is that you're steadfast? Is that the thing you're looking forward to most at the end of the day? Or is that the thing that you're just compromising with? Because I can assure you, myself, I don't rest with such platitudes. My master was a good man. A great man, actually. And the being that I saw him turn into tainted that. So regardless of what I am to become on the opposite end, I will do everything in my power to make sure Master Aaronrel returns to his true form.
Well, I assume that I'm gonna end up dead in this adventure.
Oh no!
Okay, I assume we're all gonna die, but I'm trying not to say that bit out loud.
Hey, Gil hasn't died yet.
Yeah, but
Insight
we're
check.
insight on what? But on the slim chance that I survive, figure out how I can pass this mantle onto someone more deserving, Mal, and then live a nice, quiet life. Maybe take up a trade or learn a craft.
Mantle.
Oh, fuck. I accidentally became a champion of one of the gods that might lose their powers, so maybe I won't be a champion if that happens. But it is useful for... Hey, but the stuff is useful for attempting to not have the world end, so for the time being, we're going with it.
So you're a champion?
Sure. It's complicated.
So,
sorry, Mel.
Whenever you ask what we plan on doing if we are able to get to the other side, I serve Isilde. As my purpose, that's why I was created. That is what I do through my actions, whether it's directly or indirectly. Isilde is a champion for this world. She wants to see it grow. She wants to see it survive. And that is what my goal is.
I want to see her appreciating you a little more, but that isn't.
She appreciates me. She absolutely does appreciate me.
Change your rules for championship.
I fought my twin.
Music. Don't change the music.
I fought my twin. I have a twin brother. We were created to be her champion. And for some reason there were two of us. And the only one can serve as her champion at a time. And it's decided in combat to the death. And every time it came for me to deal and strike the killing blow, I couldn't do it. I chose mercy. And my brother didn't. It's not personal. He would strike the killing blow and I would come back. At some point, somewhere. Apparently this happened.
Yeah. Not personal,
many
it's just fucked up priorities.
But his view is that the champion has to be strong.
Mercy is a form of strength.
He's a different
if you're but it's not up to... He chose to make the killing blow. Isilde decided that that's what made him champion. And I'm sorry, if you're a god for good, maybe value some mercy. She's not the worst, but that drives me nuts. And I don't think that's right.
At any rate, most recently
You
in
deserve better.
our combat, I chose mercy, and he was going to drag me down, and Gil killed him. And by killing the current champion, she became the champion by default. She doesn't really want or relish the title. I still serve as her champion, whether it's in name or not.
I would be happy to give him the mantle, but apparently it doesn't work like that.
I will continue to serve as her champion. She provides me with powers, abilities that allow me to serve her and to serve others for good. And that is what I do. And right now, that means saving the realm. It means saving Achordia and Diademia.
This
And when I'm done, I'll just go back to serving her.
this term champion is not a foreign concept. There were champions back during my time. My master was a champion once, but while yours are in service to godhood, they were champions of their own right, their own manifestations. It seems like there's some connection there, but I imagine this goddess has their purpose of why they're choosing to go this direction.
I will do what needs to be done, but for the love of, I guess, Isilda in your case now, if it looks like something else, if I'm about to die, just kill me so that you can be champion.
You know that I couldn't do that.
I would rather fucking figure out how to do it if necessary.
You know that I would never kill you. You know that I am not capable of doing such a thing.
I'm saying if like something else is about to, just take the blow. Try.
You know I would.
Ah.
You know that I would take the blow for you. You know that I would.
Why can't you just let me die?
I mean, I don't want to die, but if I was going to anyway, like just intercept it so you can be the
I've
champion.
recently had some experience in that, and I will never do it again.
Oh. More to come on that, chat. Alright, for the time being, I will help out. If there's anything that I can offer to help you reach your goals. I believe my master will want it this way.
Thank you. I truly do appreciate that.
Thank you. I don't have to, but appreciate it. Setting your own goals aside for this. It's a noble thing.
Well, I have all intentions to,
I know. Still doesn't change the fact that it's still something noble.
If you all excuse me, I'm going to go get some rest.
Not the worst idea.
There's some rooms just up the hill. In that building. There's some beds. Some of them are. The rooms are empty. Or unused. There's beds in them, so they're not empty, but they're not occupied by another person at the time being.
As he starts to head that way, he stops short of Gage. You are a paladin.
Yes.
After I rest, I may have other questions for you.
Okay.
And he looks at Davrin. I'm sorry again for the face. And he walks off.
One more time. Oh, God. Okay.
And as y'all plan for your next move...
After he walks off, I look over at Davrin, or I walk up to him. I was like, when Aaron Rowe shows up, you might want to be handy. The way he talks, he seems a little quick on the trigger.
I'm pretty quick on the trigger as well, but I will ensure my father does not face harm.
Your father?
Not biological.
Yeah, gotcha. I don't know. He seems cool.
He certainly, I believe he's obviously shown that he's committed to doing what he believes is the right thing.
And a good night's sleep does people wonders. He did just get resurrected.
I mean, I know how that feels.
I don't.
I mean, apparently I've done it thousands of times.
Another one. That's me. Not Shade. That's not Shade. That's me.
I'm going to reach out to some of my connections. I might can hit up a friend of mine. His name's Daniel. To get you some type of transport that's a bit faster. Are you familiar with Pegasus?
The winged horse?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing, John?
No reason. Other campaign stuff.
Are you saying that maybe we could use that to go find my as transportation to help to go look for my
Potentially. He's a bit overprotective of his creature. A while back, its wings got taken away from it unwillingly, and he hasn't been the same since. Anyways, I will.
Did they get put back?
Yes. Rome did her best healing that day. I will reach out to him, and I also will reach out to Aaronrel and let him know that this.
Yeah, you might want to let him know that
Annie's here. Annie person.
Annie, yeah.
Annie Ken.
Just Annie. It's just Annie, I think, is what he said that.
I thought his last name was Ken.
I don't know, but I gotta see if he's okay.
I hate you.
Yeah, you definitely want to warn him. And remind him that apparently he previously killed him. I wonder if that would be a surprise to him that he died. It's certainly a surprise to me.
I don't know. We'll see. Only time will tell. But Feel free to explore Odinia. There's many other areas that you probably haven't checked out. May help pass the time until that transport is available.
Okay.
All right.
Explore.
To the archives.
Back to the archives.
I don't know what else to do.
Is there a map?
Yeah, there is. Ash pinned it.
Right, I'm talking to Dolphin.
Oh, okay.
Of Avior or of Odinia?
Of Avior.
Yeah.
Gil is tempted, but not gonna paint a mustache on.
A local
One of-
skill map would also be useful.
And you pull it out, right? And you pull it out, and I'm going to point to this part that's labeled Colfear.
Kofefe?
Is that about the area where this Malmira might be? Or is it even further up by Vespin?
Where is this map?
Check the pin messages in the Dusk of Achordia.
It would be closer to Diremore.
Oh, northwest. I thought you said northeast. Okay. Okay.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
Around that time, Sinding comes in. Maul,
Dash?
I hope this finds you well. It's been some time, but I'm doing okay. Lirov has definitely made this place challenging, but I'm hanging in there. How are you doing? Are the others okay? Shade, Gil, Gage, Narissa, Vistar? Okay, I have to go fight things again. Take care.
That came into each of us individually?
You.
Just you, because you sent this.
Oh,
in.
just me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh, gosh.
Because you sended it.
Um.
Sorry.
We
Thank you.
are okay. Narissa. No. Strike that. We are okay.
No,
Things-
strike chat. We are.
Doesn't count. We are okay. Things are not ideal. Narissa was taken by mother bitch.
Mother bitch.
Goddess.
Her grandmother.
Yep. In a challenge. We can't reach her. But we are working on it.
You lost on it.
But we are working. If only it wasn't a bitch goddess clouding.
I didn't know how to call her because he wasn't around when we were talking about her.
Old
So
boomerang.
I just got a
face.
message. Just got a message from Dash, and I responded and gave him a little bit, as much as I could. about
Did
the
you
current
inform
status.
him that he is trapped?
No.
That may be wise.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't think that I would have if I would have been able to. I told him things weren't ideal, but we're working on it. I think he probably understands that just because things weren't ideal before he left. Maybe they've just gone downhill a little bit, but we're still here.
Do you know how long it's been for him?
Didn't say. He said it's been a while.
Oh fuck.
He said
like
it's
days.
challenging, but he's training.
Did he sound older?
He sounded like Dash. I mean, he was already an adult.
No, I know.
Was he?
He was in his 20s.
Barely.
He was in his 20s.
Driving.
He wasn't a child.
No,
It's just when they called him the child, it's because he was the child of the family who was taken from them when he was a baby.
When I got with you guys, y'all treated him like he was 12.
Well,
Mostly Ditch.
mostly Ditch, because Ditch he had a very paternalistic streak in him.
Yeah.
He was, when Ysilde
He's a good guy.
laid that responsibility at our feet to care for him, Ditch took it seriously, very seriously, which was unusual for him.
DM question: had they seen the mural or no?
They would have saw you painting.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. We're aware.
Okay. Yeah, you would have seen Ditch on there too, Mol.
Okay.
Yes. Gil was a little tempted to paint a mustache on Ditch just because he felt like he would appreciate it.
Don't forget the eye patch that changes eyes.
With a little garbage. But yeah, I think he's doing
Perception
okay.
checks.
Yes, please. Oh, wait, I can roll. Can roll.
I have.
Yes. That's a roll.
Yeah.
That was not
24.
19.
28.
19.
Do we see Aaron Rowe coming in or something?
19.
Our impending doom.
Off on the horizon, you can see into the world of Avior, the moon that you all are on, but you can also get like a vague glimpse of Achordia. And within each stretch, there are black towers that begin to erupt from the ground and shoot up into the air, much larger, much taller than any building, skyscraper, or anything that has been formed to
On
this point.
Achordia? Or on
Both Achordia and Avior.
Fuck's sake, Stacks.
On Avior?
Completely consumed in black darkness. And that's where we're going to end it.
Dang. You said.
Uh-huh.
You said.
And y'all were like,
Between
I don't want
seconds,
to wait around for a whole, like, 6 I was like, okay.
You
Speed
said
that
we
up
were
real
gonna
quick.
We were going to get decompressed. We were going to not have stress because we were suffering from PTSD and trauma. You weren't going to inflict any trauma on us.
It could be good black towers. You never know.
Oh,
yeah.
Of course.
That happens all the time.
Yes, black towers erupting from the surface.
Especially ones that are visible from space.
From
That's
space.
what I was thinking, yes. Like Great Wall of
Achordia is
China-sized
destroyed.
towers, but vertical rather than horizontal.
Horizontal. Woo! That's where we're gonna end it, guys. That's what we're gonna stop at. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Hold on.
You have to learn to expect this from him.
We
I
do.
know, I
That
know,
doesn't
I
mean we're
know.
not disappointed when our expectations are met. We try to have hope.
The bar. It's set so low.
You know, you could surprise us
No
by
idea.
not doing it.
You have no idea how
That
far-
would be
how
surprising.
low this bar is. You have no idea.
I have a track record of always ending on a cliffhanger and can't
I
stop it now.
You know what the biggest surprise would be?
Hmm.
If you didn't.
That would be
What
a
I'm
super
saying.
cliffhanger. They're like, what? It just
What?
ends?
You guys have a wonderful lunch. We end here. But what did they have for
ordered
dessert?
whiskey. The whiskey arrives. See you next session.
As our
Okay.
players compartmentalize this trauma dump session and also the new craziness, we're going to be back on the flip side.
What, next week?
See you next week.
See y'all next week. Are we? We're doing it Friday. Yep.
See you next week. I want to die.